The 2022 MLB season is just about done with the Phillies and the Astros securing their spot in the World Series. The Mariners season ended like a week ago-ish or something like that. I'm still sad about it, but we move on. Top 5 pitchers today. Colton did the top 5 position players yesterday. Make sure to go check that one out. And I, Joe, am tasked with the top 5 Mariners pitchers right now. This includes starters and relievers. We got 15-ish names to pick from, or however many people are in pitching staff typically. So if your favorite guy gets snubbed, I apologize. Let's get into it. At number 5, I have Paul Sewald. Paul Sewald had a great continued success from the 21 season into 2022. His strikeouts were down quite a bit, down about 30 in total, even though he pitched a similar amount of innings. But Paul Sewald did still get the job done in games finished, led the team in saves this year. Scott Service allowed Paul Sewald to fill out the quote-unquote closer role, even though the Mariners really do closer by committee, because Scott likes to pitch certain pitchers into pockets of batters as opposed to rounding out the ninth or however you want to do it. But going back to his strikeouts being down, Paul Sewald's walks were also down this year by a pretty good margin. So overall, even though his strikeouts were down, his walks were down as well. It seems like he's pitching to a bit more contact, which can be good, but it also allows you to get lit up here and there. So Paul Sewald is entering his age 33 season. He's got a unique release. He's got a great mound presence out there. I still think he's going to be a top 5 pitcher for the Seattle Mariners right now, and also probably going to next season. Number 4, our first starter on this list, Logan Gilbert. Walter, if you will. He blossomed in his second year, 6'6" righty, dominant on the mound, big, dominant presence, and I'm going to say something a little bit outlandish here. His one bad month took away a chance at a Cy Young. I'm just saying. Maybe not a first place finish in the Cy Young Award because pitchers like Justin Verlander and Dylan Cease are right up there, but that month of August, if you take his 0-1 record with a 6.75 ERA and in 5 starts over 26 2/3, giving up 20 runs and 36 hits, only striking out 15 batters, an outlier month for Logan Gilbert in 2022, and you replace that with maybe not his best month of April and March, where he made 4 starts and only had a .4 ERA over 22 1/3 innings. Maybe replace it with his September and October starts, where he appeared in 6 games for 36 innings with a 2 flat ERA, only giving up 8 earned runs. He might finish like a Cy Young third. His percentiles don't really jump off the page at you. However, Logan Gilbert still got it done this year regardless of all that. He's worked on his secondary pitch mix quite a bit, and I think that going into the next season, Logan Gilbert is going to continue to have great success in the future. Also, spoke on Paul Sewald's age 33 season. Logan Gilbert is entering the typical prime age season for most baseball players at age 26. Entering his 26 age season, Logan Gilbert is primed to break out even more than he did in 2022. Number 3 on my list, Swanson. Eric Swanson. Missing in the playoffs. Where was he? I don't know. He pitched great against the Houston Astros in that, 18-inning game. Eric Swanson was the best reliever for the Seattle Mariners in 2022 in terms of statistical things. Statistical categorical evidence would point you in the direction that Eric Swanson was the best pitcher on the Seattle Mariners in 2022. Had the highest ERA plus on the team aside from Matt Boyd, but he only pitched 13 innings. Swanson saw a lot of great growth from the 2021 season into 2022. He's got a unique mix on the mound compared to the rest of the Seattle Mariners bullpen, where most pitchers have a fastball slider combo. Swanson is that unique guy that he's got that fastball splitter combo. It works great against left-handed batters, which is something that the Mariners desperately need since we don't really have a go-to lefty in the pen. In my opinion, Eric Swanson is going to build off of this 2022 season and come back. It's going to be hard to replicate his season in 2023, but I think he's got a great chance to be our second best reliever next season, no matter what. Second best pitcher on the Seattle Mariners right now is Andres Munoz. 3 relievers so far, guys. I know. Andres Munoz, high leverage. You can put him into any situation, into the specific pocket of batters that you want, and you are likely going to get 3 strikeouts. Very likely 3 strikeouts. You're hitting him with 103 gas. You're hitting him with a nasty slider. Andres Munoz is your go-to guy against the best hitters for the opposing team. I think his stuff plays the best in terms of how bullpens are being used in modern day baseball. Everybody needs that hard throwing gas 102 guy with a breakaway slider or a breakaway changeup or a breakaway something to differentiate the eye level, the speed, and to disrupt the flow for whoever's up to bat. Andres Munoz is that guy, and we are going to expect this from him a lot in 2023, being that we got a lot of it in 2022. I think he's got a lot of expectation for himself as well. Andres Munoz, he's going to be the best reliever for the Seattle Mariners. Would not be surprised if he's the best reliever in all of baseball next year. He is that guy. Now, number 1. You're all probably expecting it at this point. Luis Castillo, La Piedra. He's the guy. He's our man. He is our ace. Andres Munoz had a great season. He's going to have another great season next year. But I don't know if it's enough to surpass the potential and the stability that Luis Castillo brings at the front of the Mariners rotation. Yes, I left off George Kirby. Yes, I left off Robbie Ray. They would probably be 6 and 7, if I'm being honest with you. Luis Castillo, he's our ace. He's got the mound presence. He's calm. He's cool. He's collected no matter what's going on the mound. And as soon as he gets that final strikeout in the inning, he turns around, he puts up the fist like he knows that he got the job done. But we already knew he was going to get the job done no matter what, because he is Luis Castillo. Once we acquired him and extended him, we knew what we were getting ourselves into in the long run with Luis Castillo at the front of our rotation. He's going to go out there, he's going to shove, he's going to put the team into winning situations more often than not. And also, a window into what we can expect for him in the postseason. In 2022, we saw greatness. He shoved against the Blue Jays. He held the Astros to 3 runs, only gave up, he gave up 2 home runs to Kyle Tucker and Yordan Alvarez in Minute Maid Park, keeping that Astros lineup to only 3 runs in a game, and Luis Castillo managed to do it. Same thing with the Blue Jays. They're a great lineup, great offensive team all year. Castillo shut them down. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Who did I miss? I know the obvious answers are Robbie Ray and George Kirby, but am I overlooking anybody else by not mentioning them so far in this video? But what I want you to do right now, if you did not check out the top 5 position players before this, make sure to go check out Colton's videos on the screen right now. Again, thank you guys for watching this one, and go Mariners.